Mental toughness is not about pretending that pain doesn't exist. It's about standing strong while it does. It's about waking up on days when everything inside you says step and choosing to move forward anyway. Life will test you, stretch you, and sometimes break what you thought was unbreakable. But mental toughness is what decides whether those moments define you or refine you. I've learned that strength is not always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just the decision to get up one more time, to try again when you've already failed, to smile when the weight feels unbearable. Mental toughness is built in the unseen moments when no one is clapping, when progress feels slow, and when quitting seems reasonable. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your greatest weakness. If you allow your thoughts to be ruled by fear, doubt, and comparison, your world becomes smaller. But when you train your mind to focus on what is possible instead of what is missing, something powerful happens. You rise above your circumstances. Choosing resilience when life feels unfair is one of the hardest decisions you will ever make. When things go wrong and answers don't come, it's easy to ask, why me? It's easy to feel cheated, overlooked, or defeated. But resilience begins the moment you stop asking why this happened and start asking how you will respond. Life is not always just, and waiting for fairness will keep you stuck in bitterness. Resilience doesn't deny the pain, it acknowledges it and keeps moving anyway. It says, this hurts, but it will not stop me. It understands that hardship is not a punishment, but a training ground for strength. When life feels unfair, resilience becomes a choice you make daily. Some days, that choice is loud and bold. Other days, it's quiet, just getting out of bed, just showing up, just refusing to quit. Those small acts of endurance build inner power over time. Resilient people don't escape pain. They grow through it. They learn that adversity does not mean failure. It means preparation. Every unfair moment becomes an opportunity to rise stronger, wiser, and more grounded. When you choose resilience, you reclaim control over your mindset and turn life's hardest moments into the foundation of unbreakable strength. Training the mind to stand firm under pressure is the cornerstone of mental toughness. Life will push you, test you, and try to shake your focus. Challenges don't wait for you to feel ready. They arrive anyway. And in those moments, your mind becomes either your greatest ally or your strongest obstacle. A strong mind is not born, it is built through intentional practice. It is practiced every time you refuse to panic in chaos, every time you stay calm when others lose control, every time you focus on solutions instead of problems. Pressure will always exist, but your response to it is a choice. That choice determines whether you crumble or rise. Training your mind requires discipline and repetition. It means replacing reactive thoughts with deliberate ones. It means controlling your attention instead of letting circumstances dictate your emotions. The mind that has been trained under pressure learns to see problems as challenges, obstacles as opportunities, and fear as a signal to move forward, not retreat. Mental strength grows slowly but steadily. Every time you choose clarity over panic, patience over frustration, and focus over distraction, you are sculpting a mind that cannot be easily shaken. Standing firm under pressure is not easy, but it is the defining skill of those who rise above life's storms. Turning pain and adversity into inner strength is one of the most powerful choices a person can make. Life will inevitably bring moments that hurt, challenge, and even break you. No one is exempt from loss, disappointment, or failure. But the difference between those who are defeated and those who rise lies in how they use that pain. Pain can either weaken you or forge you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. When you experience adversity, it is natural to feel anger, sadness, or fear. Mental toughness does not ignore these feelings, it acknowledges them and then chooses action despite them. Every hardship carries a lesson, even if it is not immediately clear. The key is to look beyond the discomfort and ask, how can I grow from this? When you do, Struggle becomes a teacher rather than an obstacle. Adversity shapes character. Each setback, each moment of difficulty builds patience, empathy, and courage. The more you endure and overcome, the more resilient you become. Strength is not the absence of pain, it is the decision to continue, to learn, and to rise again. Those who master mental toughness understand that life will never be free of challenges, but their response is deliberate. Pain becomes fuel, adversity becomes practice, and each trial becomes a stepping stone toward inner strength that cannot be taken away. Controlling your thoughts instead of being controlled by them is one of the most important aspects of mental toughness. Your mind is constantly talking to you, running a script of doubts, fears, and what-ifs. If you let those thoughts take control, your actions will always be dictated by limitation instead of possibility. But when you learn to observe, manage, and redirect your thoughts, you reclaim power over your life. Mental toughness is not about silencing them, it's about guiding it. Every time a negative thought arises, you have a choice. Let it control you, or challenge it with clarity, focus, and purpose. Thoughts like I can't, it's too hard, or I'll fail are not facts, they are just signals that fear is present. Choosing to act despite those thoughts is where growth begins. Training your mind takes practice. It means deliberately focusing on what you can do, what is within your control, and what serves your growth. It means repeating affirmations, reflecting on victories, and feeding your mind with encouragement instead of doubt. The stronger your mind becomes, the less external circumstances can shake you. You stop being a passenger in your own life and start becoming the driver. Mastering your thoughts transforms challenges into opportunities, fear into courage, and uncertainty into clarity. In the end, controlling your mind is what separates those who survive from those who thrive. Persisting with faith, discipline, and courage is the final pillar of mental toughness. Life will never be perfectly fair, and the path to your goals will always be filled with obstacles, delays, and setbacks. Mental toughness is not about avoiding those moments. It's about deciding to keep moving forward even when the way is hard, unclear, or unclear. Faith gives you the belief that your effort is not wasted. Even when results are invisible, faith tells you that every step matters. Discipline ensures that you keep showing up day after day, building momentum through consistent action. Courage allows you to act despite fear, doubt, or uncertainty, refusing to let intimidation dictate your decisions. Persistence is what turns challenges into triumphs. It's waking up after failure, taking the next step when the path seems impossible, and trusting that effort compounds over time. Those who quit too soon never realize their potential, but those who persist even imperfectly unlock strength, confidence, and opportunities they never imagined. Mental toughness is a habit, built one deliberate choice at a time. Persisting means refusing to let temporary discomfort, fear, or doubt define your journey. It's choosing progress over ease, commitment over comfort, and action over hesitation. When you combine faith, discipline, and courage, you develop a resilience that cannot be broken, a strength that cannot be stolen, and a mind that will always rise above life's challenges. Mental toughness is not built in comfort, it is forged in challenge, strengthened by persistence, and anchored in faith. Your mind is your greatest tool, and the way you train it determines how far you will rise. Pain, fear, and doubt are inevitable, but they do not define you unless you allow them to. Stand firm, act with courage, and keep moving forward, because every step builds the strength you need to conquer life. The strongest version of you is waiting on the other side of your choices. Thank you for believing in your power. Thank you for choosing courage over fear. Thank you for refusing to give up.